Hello friends, how are things there? So today we have a chapter that is social justice from our Polity class 11. So in this chapter it is about the just distribution and the John Rawls theory on justice, that is an important part, and pursuing social justice, then free markets, extra. So it's a short chapter. So guys, let's start. The justice involves the well-being of all the people. In China, Confucius, the famous philosopher, argued that kings should maintain justice by punishing wrongdoers and rewarding the virtuous. So we have heard about the eminent person Confucius. So in China, the Confucius argued that kings should maintain justice by punishing wrongdoers and rewarding the virtuous. And the Socrates clarified that we need to understand clearly what justice means. Okay, that is, justice does not only mean doing good to our friends and harm to our enemies or pursuing our own interest. So, according to Socrates, justice does not only mean doing good to our friends, and harm to our enemies or pursuing our own interest. According to German philosopher Immanuel Kant, human beings possess dignity, and if all the persons are granted dignity, then that have the opportunity to develop their talents and pursue their chosen goals. So, according to Immanuel Kant, the human being possesses dignity. Okay, so we have to uh, accept the dignity of the people, and we have to respect them. Through justice, we give due and equal consideration to all individuals. So, the equality is ensuring through justice. Then comes the equal treatment for equal. Equal treatment for equal. Okay. All individuals share certain characteristics as human beings. Therefore, they deserve equal rights and equal treatment. So, here we have three types of rights: civil rights, political rights, and social rights. So, some examples for civil rights include rights of life, liberty, and property. Political right means the right to vote. Then social right means right to enjoy equal opportunity with other members of society. And there is a principle of treating equals equally. Okay, we have to treat equals equally. The people should be judged on the basis of their work and actions, and not on the basis of group to which they belong. So we have to give importance for the work of the people and their actions, and not on the color or gender, like that. Then comes the proportionate justice. Proportionate justice. People should get some same reward for the same work. For justice in society, the principle of equal treatment needs to be balanced with the principle of proportionality. So that is referred to as the proportionate justice. So usually the people who are doing the same work who get same reward, and for justice in society the principle of equal treatment needs to be balanced with the principle of proportionality. Then the next is recognition of special needs. The people with special needs or disabilities could be considered unequal in some particular respect and deserving of special help. So, in the previous chapter, I have said something about the inequality that is existing for the disabled people, women, children, adult people, etc. So, that is sometimes essential. And there are mainly three principles of justice are there, and it include the first principle of justice is equal treatment for equals. Okay, equal treatment for equals. Then next is recognition of different efforts and skills while determining rewards and burdens. So the second principle of justice is recognition of different efforts and skills while determining the rewards and burdens. Then third is provision of minimum standard of living and equal opportunities to the needy. Then next is just distribution. Within a country, social justice would require not only that people be treated equally in terms of the laws and policies of society, but also that they enjoy some basic equality of life conditions and opportunities. So, according to just distribution, it is saying that here the people be treated equally in terms of the laws and policies of society, and but they should be enjoy some basic equality of life conditions and opportunities. And an important portion of this chapter is John Rawls' theory of justice. So So, friends, I will explain detail about the John Rawls theory of justice. According to him, John Rawls is a top political scientist and academician of U.S. And according to John Rawls, he says that the conception of justice is an inherent nature of our social as well as practical life. Okay, the conception of justice is an inherent nature of our social as well as practical life. In the opinion of Rawls, justice in the first virtue of social institutions which guide and mold the actions and ideas of social beings. That is, justice deals with the basic social structure. Okay, justice deals with the basic social structure. The social institutions include are very important in the sense that they take the responsibility of distributing the fundamental rights and duties effectively or efficiently. So we know some of the institutions are there and who are take care of the fundamental rights and duties efficiently. The constitution's social, political, and economic arrangements are included into their social institutions. Thus, justice is both a principle and a scheme. So, according to John Rawls, justice is both a principle and a scheme. And he also says that according to John Rawls, fairness denotes obligation. Okay, fairness denotes obligations. Obligations means an act which a person morally or legally is bound to do. The obligations are different from natural duties. So this is all about his theory. That is, he is try to explain about the term justice and sometimes like fairness obligations are here. So just you can uh, search detail about this John Rawls theory. So in your textbook only small portion is there, and some more points are here by him. When a person is legally or morally bound to do an act or perform a duty, his liberty will be restricted. The fairness also implies that the members of society are engaged in advantageous cooperative venture. The individuals cooperate with each other. This cooperation places all the individuals, particularly participating in the act, creates an atmosphere of mutual advantage for them all. This means that cooperation will create no disadvantage to anybody. So when we work in a cooperated manner with all the people, then that is not a disadvantage, but instead that is creating more advantages. The rules further says that the institutions must be fair or just. In many societies, there are such institutions which have been created to serve the group's interest, and such institutions cannot serve the interest of justice. The obligations give rise to the performance of duties which are not moral duties. The institutional or constitutional obligations impose duties upon individuals. And Rawls argues that the rational thinking, not morality, could leads us to be fair and judge impartially regarding how to distribute the benefits and burdens of a society. So I think it is like some complicated to me, so you can just refer about his theory. And the next is pursuing social justice. A just society should provide the people with the basic minimum conditions to enable them to live healthy and secure lives and develop their talents, as well as equal opportunities to pursue their chosen goals in society. So, a just society should provide the people with the basic minimum conditions to enable them to live healthy and secure lives and develop their talents, as well as equal opportunity to pursue their chosen goals in society. According to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he says that a just society is that society in which ascending sense of reverence and descending sense of contempt is dissolved into the creation of a compassionate society. So, according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he says that a just society is that society in which ascending sense of reverence and descending sense of contempt is dissolved into the creation of a compassionate society. Then last is about of the free markets versus state intervention. The free markets in which the individuals should be free to own property and enter into contracts and agreements with others regarding prices, wages, and profits. So, friends, we have heard about the term free markets. So, in a free market, here the individuals who can they are free to own property and enter into contracts and agreements with others regarding prices, wages, profits, etc. And not all free market supporters today would support absolutely unregulated markets. So it is saying that not all free market supporters today would support absolutely unregulated markets. A free market is the basis of a fair and just society. So please note that a free market is the basis of a fair and just society. Sometimes these free markets often work in favor of dready privileged. Okay, sometimes these type of free markets may work in favor of already privileged. And according to J.S. Mill, justice implies something which it is not only right to do and wrong not to do, but which some individual person can claim from us as his moral right. So, according to J.S. Mill, justice implies something which it is not only right to do and wrong not to do, but which some individual person can claim from as his moral right. So guys, it's all about chapter. I think you I hope you are you get an overall idea about this chapter. Have a nice day, guys.